points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to more thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Come on. Hey.
Here's Stroud. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Charles, we get a look at the draft class here for this team. What do you think?
Well, I think for the most part, I do like what they did because, to me, they got some solid players in the early rounds. And then if I'm correct in my evaluation, they got some great value in the later rounds as well.
Now Stroud. To Pierce, they set up the screen. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Now it's the former Badger, Dare Ogunbowale. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Stroud on 3rd down now. That is caught. And some room to run now. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. 35 yards.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Stroud off the play fake. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Stroud to throw it. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And Stroud now to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Out of the backfield, that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it occasionally.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Christian Kirksey. The O-line can't stop him, and he gets the sack. The pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front, and that creates the gap there, and he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
What now?
Carr now to throw. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Pierce will try to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. Texans football to start quarter 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Stroud out of the gun here. He gets this one to Mechie. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Stroud. Short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. Looking this time for ones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Quick throw to Olave. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Again, it's Kamara. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now Carr on the bootleg. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
1,000-yard rusher for the first time last year. This is Jamal Williams. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
And just 1 man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. Now receiver in motion left. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Again, Kamara. And this time he scores. Touchdown, New Orleans. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Houston set to take over. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Stroud looking to throw. This will be complete to Mechie. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The Texans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On third down, here's Pierce. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On second down, here's Pierce. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half, and now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Stroud now on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. On 1st down, here's Stroud. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
The throwing again is Stroud. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the 4th quarter.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And that will be incomplete. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he'll be out right at the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
Carr now on first down. He's got Smith here. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. And quickly they get to the line. Goes right back to Smith again. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll return it from the 6. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Texans will take over. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. They'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Open man is Noah Brown. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Stroud's throw completed to Mechie. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that'll bring them back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend, and then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game. In our game, expect to see the starters for at least one more drive, something to look forward to as we get you back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. Both of these coaching staffs with some big decisions to make coming up as the preseason draws to a close. This second half is going to be filled with a lot of evaluation. And to bring it your way, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Holding, receiving team.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Pierce now up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First and 10, it's Pierce. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Stroud on 3rd down now. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 13. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. 2nd and 9. Carr. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
And what do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. What they're hoping now is to build a little momentum off of it and give them a more genuine reason to cheer down the road.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Carr now to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
One down.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. Able to slither by. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A give to Kamara running right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Saints are able to add on to that lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. That time a 6-play drive, and the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Tank Dell now to return it. This taken in right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. That's into the hands of Woods. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Stroud. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on. Hey. Trap me, Ranger.
Stroud to throw it. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now out comes Houston. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Stroud now on second down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Stroud off the play fake. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the...
This offense trying to get it in the end zone from the red zone, but right now their focus, a 3rd down situation with 1 yard to go to get the first. A handoff here to Ogunbowale. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On play action, Mills. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. Take Dell from 17 yards out. And the Texans are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the... Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the 4th quarter. Mills, 4th down. Gotta have it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans. It's a 3rd down situation in the 4th quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. On 3rd and 1, here's Mills. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. Mills now. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this